Hello and welcome back to episode 12 of Strixcraft Magitech. So, in between episodes, I went ahead and set this up. It's the same cobble generator I had built below, dumping into a drawer for cobble. Uh, ah! It then goes through this tunnel with a forced round robin, and goes in here to make gravel, and goes through there to make sand, and comes on over through here to blast into stone. There's a chute here, and below that is an ender chest with light gray 3 times, so that I can get stone exported wherever I need it. I actually forgot to shut off that iron farm, and I'm going to need to do that because I'm working over in this area today. I want to figure out how to get Livingrock automated. So there is one video on YouTube, I can't remember the gentleman right offhand, who had automated Livingrock that I could find, and that was using rails. And I don't have a lot of room up here to use for a long rail network for that. Enderman dropping grass everywhere. So there is a gantry farm. A gantry could possibly do it, but I've never used a gantry before. I'm also going to need like a timer. Oh, I'm short 2 gold. Go grab that. And the timer I'm going to be using is the hovering hourglass. Having problems moving today. And there we go, there's some gold. I'm actually going to need to cut down more gold and stuff. I haven't gone mining in a long time, but I'm still doing pretty decent. Hello, thunderstorm. Let's just get through this. Nobody likes a thunderstorm. Alright, now back to making this. And then I want to run a test real quick. So I've got these sitting here. We've got the hourglass. Now, I set this up over here. Regular sand gives 1 second in the hourglass. Red sand gives 10 seconds, and soul sand gives 1 minute. So, if I'm right, it takes 60 seconds to transform this. So right after that transforms, this should flip. And see if I am right on that. I'll pause up for just a moment so that you guys just have to see it finish. Alright, we're on the bottom 20 seconds of this. Let's see how this goes. Come on, be correct, timer. Tick tock, tick tock. Transform and flip. Okay, so that is indeed 60 seconds to change. So 6 sand in there would be exactly what's needed to run the gantry back and forth, which is exactly what's not needed. So let's see here. Gantry shafts are going to be some redstone and some andesite alloy. So let's go ahead and do this. I don't really need that much, so I'll just grab 24 of it for now. And the gantry carriage. I already have a slab on me, so let's just grab one of these and one of these. Whoops. Don't right click on the block, that messes everything up. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to need is a gear shift. I have one. and a toggle power, or a power toggle latch, which I actually have a couple of those in here. So let's see if this works the way I want it to. I'll just test the toggle power latch. So that's the insert, I believe, and that's the exert. Throw down the hourglass with, let's just throw 2 sand in there. Quick 2-second timer. And yeah, that's going to be perfect. All right. So if you can't tell, I have done no testing. I'm just doing it all here. These guys are going to be central to the farm here. So let's put those there and there. Grab some bricks. I need 2 spaces off the ground here. Thanks to my sash, I can jump 2 blocks high now, so that's going to work out great. Alright, now those aren't going to stay there. That's just so I can get in my deployers. Wow, looks like I have just enough. Okay, that's actually going in properly the first time. How about that? Until that one. I want the shafts coming out straight. Go ahead and get rid of these. I can't vein mine because that's actually what's on the bottom where my stone will be sitting. Speaking of stone, these all need nice little stone filter. They shouldn't get messed up, but you know, just in case. I'm going to be feeding them directly from from that ender chest. Alright, so there is that setup, and that will place my stone down. So then I need the gantry shaft. Yeah, I should be able to run it right here. Whoops. Well, I'll leave that there. Who knows? Might need it. That's actually going to be not how I want it. I want to sink this down or raise it way up. So let's go ahead and I moved my shovel. Grab some grass. Why you gotta be mean to me? There we go. And the gantry carriage is still gonna sit up pretty high. Obviously, I'll be pulling power off of this, which is the same thing that's powering all of that. Like, that steam engine's actually still kicking pretty good. Inside here, I put, well, a precision mechanism area together for one. But what I was coming in here for is I still have 131. Of course, I have my 2 biggest farms turned off. The iron farm and the stone works. So let's see. Guess I'll just keep going with bricks for now. Alright, and if this rolls, it should stop here. So yeah, I need to go one further in each direction because I'm going to have drills on this side and drills on this side. So I want this to be pulling clear of this block. So there and there. Yeah. And grab all this down and reset it back here. Whoops. Alright, so I should have a few drills in here somewhere. I just need 4 of them, and that's exactly what I have. Whoops. Don't need to shift click here. Flip those round. Okay, so it's clear of the stone, and then it'll roll back over here, clear of the stone. Alright. And I need it to drop things off. Throat's getting all clogged up and stuff. Let's see here. Portable storage. Yeah, I don't have to double click here. Don't think I actually have one. So let's see. Portable storage is that plus casings. Am I correct there? Haha, I remembered the thing. Alright. So it's only going to drop off on one side. Put something to stand on here. One, two, and then right here is where it will offload. Which the way I'll want to do that is a nice chute into a storage drawer. Do I have the stuff I need to make a storage drawer real quick? Haha, I do have wood. Nice little ugly acacia drawer, but it's something. It'll be a nice little temporary hold. Alright, so now I need to get rotational power moved around. And I'm going to have to sleep through the night real quick. So I've got a precision mechanism, or not a precision mechanism, a speed controller that I'm going to stick on there. That'll get things turned around, moving the correct direction. And of course I can change its rotation. There it is. And a large cog. And I'm going to need gearbox. I already have that. I already have the toggle latch. Let's go ahead and throw the gantry stuff back in there. Grab my gearboxes. And my encased chain drives. Let's grab the regular ones. And I should be able to change all of this to brass once I've got it put together. I shouldn't need any of the rest of this other than glue. Definitely going to need glue. I'm going to have to glue all of this together. Let's go ahead and get that. I am not having a good day today for rain and such. Okay, you're going to have to move for a moment. Now I can put that back. Let me go ahead and pause up while everybody's getting themselves set up in here. I'm just going to keep gluing this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make myself an extra ender chest. It's going to be easier than trying to loop around up there. I've got my 3 light gray dye. I just went under my hole down there and killed a few more of the blazes. Let's see. Alright, now this needs to technically go 2 directions, but I don't really have enough room to get this over here and do things. I don't think. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go ahead and clean out a little bit more room. because I'm going to need a gear shift on here, the toggle latch in front of that, looking right into it, and the hourglass. For the hourglass, I'm actually going to be using an 80-second timer. It'll be a bit slower than the stone transformation, but should allow it to pop back and forth as needed. I know I probably don't want to have this all the way up at full speed, but I'm going to do it anyway. Oh look, advancement made. The very first speed controller in my world. Okay, so this should be able to function now, all things considered. I just need to move this power around. So let's go with a vertical gearbox here. And then that needs to go up one more. Yep, so another vertical gearbox. Direction doesn't matter on these at all. So that's fine. I need shafts. I don't have any shafts on me. How silly trying to build something and create without shafts. Okay, and then right here, I can put in these two gearboxes. That's got that side going. Let's go ahead and... Ah, here they are, encased chain drives. Encased chain drives. My goodness. Speaking is difficult. So there's both sides going. And that's all well and good. They should be able to place the stone there. And I can have them running all the time, and I think I will. But let's see. To pull off of belts, I can use these andesite funnels, I believe. So let's do that. A bunch of andesite funnels. And then now I've got to get a block here simply so I can do that. Then that can go. And honestly, I will want these going together, so go ahead and run these across the middle. And that's actually too low. Whoop. Just a little bit of a fall there, nothing major. Let's come over here and put that across the top instead. Oh, right, I still haven't made my magnet ring yet. So since I'm trying to figure out this build entirely, I'll have to probably say that today's video is going to be a bit longer. Obviously, it was already at 15 minutes, and I just broke the one I just put up there. Now, it's definitely going to take longer if I keep derping everything. Okay. I didn't need to jump there. Just a little bit of a sting, though. Ouch. I am running out of belts. Let's get 12 of these. Just so I can get an extra couple of belts. Come here, you. All right. Belt 1 and belt 2. Now, is this... Well, actually, I guess it doesn't matter which direction it's spinning. if it's spinning, I can just set up my load on the proper side. Whoa, that didn't work. Trying to jump on the shaft itself, and I keep missing. Yeah, let's see. If I'm reading it correctly, then it's coming this way. And yeah, it's pushing me off that way, so I can put my loading boxes up here. Let's grab this again. Okay. Sometimes being fast ain't good. If you shift on the belts, then the belts ignore you. All right, and I actually want brass there. Brass funnels. Just 2 of those, because I want them pulling out a full stack at a time. But I should probably get this routed down here now too, which means I'm going to need more gearboxes. So let's grab a bunch of these, a bunch of those, and let's just make some gearboxes. Thing had to be mean to me and mess up. Actually, it's totally my fault. Me and my shaky hands. Okay, so that's got the basics of it. I can't jump up there. Oh, I don't need to jump up here right now. I had to be down here doing a vertical gearbox. Right there, and a gearbox here. Now just a couple shafts. So that moves all the way down there. If I toggle that back, boom. So we'll have it starting here. And let's look at that again. That is way too fast. Also, can I change how the gantry works? No. So if we come over here, let's knock this down to 128. That looks smoother. Okay, I like that. So we've got that set up. Now we just have to set these up. Whoa. Whoa. See, like I said, sometimes being fast is a no good. I need my brass funnels. Is that not working? That's not working. Okay. You, come here. Just throw all this back in here. 'Cause that's where it's all coming from anyway. Gotta get some sleep. And let's see here. If that didn't work, how about chutes? Be careful of what I'm hitting here. This is why I had 12 chutes and 12 andesite funnels in my inventory. because I wasn't sure which one I'm going to need. But yeah, the last 11 days I think it's been since the other video, I have been trying to figure out how I'm going to build this, just theory crafting. Okay, that was wrong. And overall, I was using stone block 2 as a fun thing to be doing while I was thinking this through. Okay, that should keep things from spilling off of the ends. Let's just go ahead and raise that up one more just in case. All right. And now those brass funnels. Okay, those are going through, whoops. Those are going through, getting placed down, changing. All right, so I've got my 8 red sand. That's going to be 80 seconds, a minute and 20 seconds. So that should give them more than enough time to change. Okay, she scared the crap out of me. It's all nice and quiet, and then the dog decides to bark out the window. Okay, so we've got those 6 have changed, and then these 6 will change. And this went in late, but that's perfectly fine because it just makes sure that everything is all nice and changed. So there's that, and it'll run to that side. And then 80 seconds later, it'll come back to this side and drop off, and we should have 24 Livingrock at that time. So let's see how this works. There it flips. Mines. Things are being put down in its shadow. I'm not entirely sure I like that. But it seems to be working fine, so. Except one thing. Do you see what I forgot? I see what I forgot. I need some kind of a storage. Do I have a barrel in here? No. Oh, this backpack with all of the things that are in it, including another music disc. That showed up while I was building things. An enemy decided to show up and attack me wearing that. Okay, I have a barrel here. That should be perfectly fine. It's only carrying 24 at a time. It's probably gonna come back and drop everything off again before I get things set up. Okay, you there. Added to the whole thing, all right. And this can go. That is just erroneous stone. Technically those blocks can go too, but I'm all right with it. So now it should actually be holding those. Let's throw these others in. Does that not drop off? Okay, it does. But it only dropped off what was already there, so that's going to have to wait till next time. All right, so I think this works. I'll probably be doing some troubleshooting on it in between here and there. Let me pause up for a moment and see where I'm at on video length. I might have time to get my magnet made. Right at 29 minutes. I think that actually could work. Let's see. Magnet ring. Ring of magnetization. So it's going to need 4 mana steel and a mana lens. which is going to be glass and stuff. Let's see here. I've got plenty of this. Yeah, let's just grab a couple blocks, break that open. Oh, let's see. I don't have any iron or gold in here, nor do I have glass. So let's run downstairs and get some glass. So it's already down on this side. Ah, so when it kicks back on, it drops stuff off too. All right, I'm good with that. So I need glass, iron, and gold. Actually, some of this I can craft down here. So the mana lens. Magnetizing mana lens. Actually, I can make the whole thing down here. I've got everything on me. Bam. Ring of magnetization. So now anything that drops around me, I'll be picking up. There is a functional flower I can make that I could set down like over here that would keep that from happening. It's the Solignalia. Two browns, a red, a blue, and a redstone root, which is just grass and redstone dust. See, I can get that at some point. But let's see, it's already back here again. It has 43 Livingrock made, 6 on it. So as it turns itself off here, because it's hit the end, it drops things. This is the first gantry farm I have ever made, and honestly, I'm pretty proud of this setup. This is great. I mean, it's ugly. I have some brass. Let's run around and just brass some things up. Oh, that doesn't work. But that'll work. If I get it here fast enough. Okay, that's actually going to break it, but like I said, that's just stone coming off up there. Why is that all jumping into my inventory? Haha, see, I broke things. So I'll do these others off camera so it's less of a pain. Why is it punching? How do I fix the punching? It's in attack mode. Use mode, okay. Is it not placing? Okay, much troubleshooting to do in between here. I'll just turn that off for right now. I'll figure this out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, hit that like button down below. And if you're wanting to see what else I'm up to, there's always that subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.